My name is David Harrison Greis, your unfiltered daily voice for truth. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Greis Report. We're going to focus heavily on what's going on in North Carolina because it's starting to ramp up there. So, as I mentioned before, they are winding down operations in the Chicago area, and we have now confirmation from the Charlotte Observer that Greg Bovino, Gestapo Greg, the little short dude that I rip on all the time because he's overcompensating for his height, I guess. He is now in Charlotte, and he's abducting teenagers. Maybe that's all he could take on with his height, but that's neither here nor there. Just be aware and always have your cameras ready. And when we talk about the whistle code, simple plastic whistles that you can get anywhere, like this, that would be perfect. So it's 3 short bursts for a sighting. Now it's going to be 3 long bursts in sequence for an emergency rapid response needed for somebody being abducted. And if you're going to be reporting it, make sure to use salute while putting it on social media or out to your network or your friends. That's size, activity, location, unit or uniform, and then time and equipment and direction traveled. Now, I want you to kind of see what's really going on and why we call the Border Patrol CBP Stormtroopers rather than Gestapo like ICE. There is a distinction, and they do serve distinct functions. So you'll see this is now the second time that we've reported in 2 days that a citizen was hassled by the CBP Stormtroopers in Charlotte, North Carolina. So this operation is currently called Charlotte's Web, and I would like for you to see what's actually going down on the ground and how this woman who is a citizen was accosted and abused by them.
And we know that the reaction from the community has been pretty strong for those who are saying that they're feeling fearful. Now, this is a different video. And so you can see agents here. We're actually watching this all together as we speak. So I am seeing this for the first time, actually. There's a woman on the ground. It looks like she's speaking. Is there any audio to this, Jeb?
Yes. Let me pull it up.
I would kind of scrub through it for language, or just to make sure. Sometimes, when we're seeing these for the first time, we don't want to make sure that we're accidentally sharing something that might be offensive to folks in the sense of vulgar language.
The audio is upsetting, but it's not offensive.
Okay, that's good to know as far as a disclaimer for folks who are watching. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and share it with folks with the disclaimer that it could be upsetting for some of our viewers here on Live Impact. But just so you're getting the full context of this clip, let's listen.
Yo, what are you doing? Show did it, go! That's my girl! Bro, what did you think? You do nothing!
No, I didn't.
No!
Oh my God, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm a U.S. citizen. How I did? No, I didn't. My hand's shaking. My hand's shaking.
No!
I am a U.S. citizen. I'm not dead.
Bro, she healed
My hand is shaking. Okay. Hey, record me. Record me.
This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy.
Okay, so once again, folks, those are just a couple of the new images that we're getting from some of our neighborhoods in Charlotte, and we're trying to get some more clarity on exactly, specifically where this was happening, with the knowledge that most of our videos that we're getting from folks who have either been, witnesses or, in fact, actual reporters who've been on the ground and seen arrests happening before their very eyes have been showing these videos from Central Avenue, kind of in the East Charlotte corridor, where we tend to have more of our immigrant families living in Hispanic community. And then very South Boulevard, so like South Boulevard near Archdale, kind of like the Arrowwood corridor is another area where we've been seeing a lot of these videos.
So that's what they're there to do. They are there to terrorize the citizens and terrorize the people. They are nowhere near a border. They are on the East Coast. There's no reason for them to be here whatsoever, aside from abusing and accosting the people that live here. So if you like what you're hearing tonight, please remember to like, subscribe, and down here we have an email address, thegreisreport@gmail.com. Again, that's thegreisreport@gmail.com. Please send us any tips, leads, story requests, any kind of interactions that you're having with Gestapo Greg Bovino out in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you're here in New York City, we are always interested to know what's going on in your neighborhood as far as ICE abductions, because they are here as well. And please remember to hit that subscribe button. 255 of you have already subscribed. Thank you all so much. You all freaking rock for helping us get the news out there. Now, some good news, because this has been kind of circulating around that rumor mill for a little while, so we're going to clear up the confusion tonight. AP News has confirmed that Thomas Massie, who is one of the representatives who is leading the coalition to get the Epstein Files released, he is a Republican, by the way. He basically said that there's over 100 that are going to likely sign on. What their goal is to make sure they reach the line where it can't be vetoed. So if they get that, super majority where it's a veto-proof bill, it's going to really help them secure the release of the files. So just to clarify, the Democrats have already all basically signed on to this. So we're talking about 100 Republican House members that we're going to be signing on to potentially release the files. The goal here is to force a vote, and not only just force a vote, but force a majority. And then the Senate might also force a majority on that as a result. We really need to see what's in those files. So my crew has been combing over the data drop that came from the Epstein estate. And so much of it is so revealing about Epstein and his power connections in America and just how involved he actually potentially was in even the election in 2016. So we're going to be talking about that further after we finish and conclude our analysis. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. The email again is thegreisreport@gmail.com. My name is David Harrison Greis, your unfiltered daily voice for truth. Thank you for choosing the Greis Report for your news, and I hope you have a great night.